Okay, so Linus Ullmark was not moved at the deadline. When you were in here last week, we were talking about the possibility of that, but it wasn't because the Bruins didn't try. He reportedly turned down a deal that would have sent him to LA. That's one of the teams on his list that he doesn't want to go to. I don't know why the Bruins tried it again with a team they knew he didn't want to go to, and he had already told them once before, I'm not accepting a deal to a team I don't want to go to. How does this make things awkward, not between Linus Ullmark and his teammates, because that doesn't seem awkward at all. How does it make it awkward between Linus Ullmark and his employer?
Well, I think it's confirmation that don't even bother trying to trade him to a team that's on his list. He's not going to waive. He's made it very clear he loves it here. He doesn't want to go, so you need to find a team that's not on the list. And now, where this gets interesting is that, I don't know, did you see Tom Fitzgerald, the GM of the Devils, his comments after the deadline?
I did not.
So the Devils were a team looking for a goaltender. And then after the deadline, Fitzgerald had a press conference and he said that teams were trying to extort him for their high-quality assets in exchange for a goaltender. My understanding is that the Devils are not on Linus's list, so he could have been traded there. But the Bruins were saying, okay, if we're giving you a goalie, you got to give us something really high in value in return. And the Devils were saying no, which, by the way, Tom, grow up. You're a win-now team.
Yeah.
And teams are going to ask for your high-end assets. Do you think the Bruins wanted to get rid of 1,000 first-round picks over the last 10 years? No, but they had to because that's the price. So those comments from Tom Fitzgerald made me think that the Bruins were driving a hard bargain when it came to teams that were not, that didn't require Linus signing off on them. Because it's like, if we're going to get rid of this guy, it's got to be for a top-tier return, which is what's been the case the entire time.
Does this impact his play moving forward, though, Ty? Because he's been pretty open about how he was impacted emotionally leading up to the trade deadline, understanding that his name was floating around out there in rumors. Does it impact him moving forward at all, do you think?
I wonder, watching his game on Saturday, he was so good. He was on top of his game, 37-38 performance. And then after the game, it just felt like it meant more to him in a lot of ways. And, is it a galvanizing moment for him? That's probably what you hope. I mean, that's what the Bruins have to hope, right? You go back to 2010, the Bruins tried trading Tim Thomas. Nobody wanted him. Philly didn't want him. San Jose didn't want him. And he came back to camp. He scraped all of the Bruins colors off his pads and his mask. And he was like, you know what? Everyone can go screw. And he went on the best year I've ever seen a goaltender play wire to wire. And so that's the ultimate best case scenario, is that it pisses him off and it galvanizes the team around him and it invigorates his own play and he goes on a massive run. And so that's where I think that's what you hope. I mean, clearly it's not like he wasn't crying in his locker, after the win, making it more than it was, but maybe this pushes the right button, for him to kind of get going and prove that he is still a high-end goaltender in this league. And he was pretty open about that because after the game, or maybe it was the game before, I'm sorry, I think somebody asked him, do you feel like you have a... No, this was after the Saturday game. Someone asked him if he has anything to prove, and he goes, I proved I was a pretty good goalie last year, but I'll do it again. All right, get that attitude going a little bit. Go from there.